Hello. This video has been a long time coming. This is a Beautycounter update. Although I don't know that it's the update you wanted to hear. It's certainly not the update I wanted to hear, but I'm excited to share it with you nonetheless. So let me back up because this is a little bit of a life update as much as it is a business and Beautycounter update. So in late April last year is when Beautycounter kind of announced that they were in some financial trouble. They were going to have to take a hiatus, probably just 10 days. Then that turned into, come early May, it's going to be a few more months. And then a few more months turned into sometime in 2025. So that's what we're looking at this point. I don't know the details of when. I don't think they know the details of when. I think they feel like they really have one shot at starting over and getting it right from a financial perspective, and they don't want to rush it, which I can understand. But where does that leave me? Where does that leave you? What products will we use? We need an alternative. So that was a major life kind of switch for me. Just like one day you have a thriving, growing business that's providing income for your family, and then the next day you don't. But also later that month, actually really early the next month, I found out that I am expecting our third baby, which was not in my plans either. So it has just been a year of God kind of surprising me and stretching me and growing me in really ways that I never anticipated. But here we are. So I am almost 4 months along at this point. I'm starting to not feel as awful, which is why this update should have come sooner, but I was really waiting till I could get words out without feeling like I might vomit. Sorry, that's TMI. Okay, so what do we do in the meantime? I believe that I have found an alternative for products. If Beautycounter comes back in early 2025, great, but it could be an entire year. It could be more than a year. I don't know. So I'm kind of tired of waiting around. And I also, the last thing I want to happen is for you all to feel like you don't have an alternative and then you go back to using your toxic products that you were using before. So in my opinion, there are very few companies out there, especially the ones that you find on the shelves of like Sephora, Ulta, and obviously drugstore brands, even that claim to be clean. There are very few out there that are actually clean, especially to the extent that Beautycounter was going. So when I was looking for a company, I was looking for something specifically that would be an alternative to Beautycounter in the same safety standards and also in the same high performance as the products that you all know and love and are used to. So that company is called Crunchy. I know it's a weird name, especially coming from Beautycounter. It's spelled with an I, Crunchy with an I. You've probably not heard of it. They actually kind of gained popularity while I was already with Beautycounter. I'd heard some good things. I heard that they were, very similar as far as their standards and the way that they formulated, and they use glass and, all the things, their care over the environment. But because I had products that I loved and I had a great business going with it, I never really desired to try anything. So I have tried a bunch of things at this point, and I do think that it is a great alternative. So that is what I'm recommending in the interim. And I think that you might find that you like some products better. I mean, it's kind of just how it goes. Everyone's skin is different. I think you will love the makeup offerings. They have a lot more makeup offerings currently, than Beautycounter did. They have pencil products, so if you've been missing your brow pencil and your lip pencil and your eyeliner, they have all their pencil products. They also have powder products that are totally safe, heavy metal tested, all the same things. So powdered eyeshadow, powdered blush. So again, if you're an old school powder person, which there's nothing wrong with it, I like a powder, I think you'll be very pleased with the offerings there. In general, there's not as much, okay? So it's a lot smaller of a company. They're probably where Beautycounter was 5 years ago. They're growing slowly, but they are a debt-free company. They have no investors, which was very important to me given the situation. So run by two conservative women from Florida, which I also love. And I think that you will be really pleasantly surprised. I did not expect to like the products as much as I did. And in addition to that, I think that they actually do some things better than Beautycounter did, dare I say. One of the things that I love about it is that when wherever possible, they source certified organic ingredients in their formulations. So that's really nice and not something that Beautycounter necessarily prioritize. We did use some organic ingredients, but they specifically prioritize that. In addition, their entire line of skincare, and I believe makeup, is certified gluten-free, which is really nice for those of you who have celiac and are concerned about that. So that's just kind of scratching the surface, but if you have more questions about products and you'd like more details, I'm happy to give you them. I am wearing the foundation today. I really do like it. It is a lot more, I don't want to say a lot, it is probably double the amount of coverage that Beautycounter was with our Skin Twin. So if you liked Skin Twin, I think you can still use it. It's still great. I loved Skin Twin. It was enough coverage for me, but I just use very little of this, so it actually lasts quite a bit longer. And then if you're someone who needed more coverage, I think you'll be really pleased with Crunchy's foundation. Tomorrow, so depending on when I send this out, Monday the 12th, I believe, is when they are launching their tinted sunscreen, which is kind of the equivalent to our Dew Skin, which is, I know, a product that many of you have been missing this summer. I'm hearing it's a little bit more coverage than our Dew Skin. I haven't tried it yet. More coverage, not as dewy and sticky, but kind of a nice balance between dewy and matte with a little more coverage. It also has 30 SPF instead of ours, which had 20. So again, plenty of options. I'm hoping that you will find that it is a good substitute for this interim time where we all need clean products, and you might end up wanting to stay with it. So I'm trying to see this as an opportunity to just diversify my business. Beautycounter has said, ignore your non-compete. You can go work for other cosmetic and personal care companies. So I'm hoping that this is just an opportunity for me to kind of expand. So thank you for watching. I'm out of breath because pregnancy. And I'm happy to help you make the best selection for you. And I also do have a comparison photo of kind of some of Beautycounter's products and how that compares to Crunchy. So I'm happy to send that as well. Okay, that's all for now. I'll keep you posted.